From planting to table, it's easy to forget that many of our favorite foods come from humble beginnings. While we often associate maize with delicious meals or tasty snacks, have you ever stopped to think about where your corn comes from? That's right. Let's take a deep dive into the history of this beloved grain, exploring its fascinating journey from field to plate. It all begins with humble seeds, but not just any seeds, special seeds known as sweet corn or dent corn. These are the building blocks of the corn industry, carefully selected and planted by farmers who play a crucial role in bringing us this versatile grain. Farmers dedicate their time and expertise to nurturing these crops, ensuring they receive the right amount of water, sunlight, and nutrients to grow into healthy plants. They monitor the crops closely, protecting them from potential threats such as pests or diseases. And when the time is just right, they carry out pollination, which is essential for the corn to produce those plump ears that we all recognize. As the corn plants grow, they transform into towering green stalks adorned with long, narrow leaves. At the top of each stalk, the tassels emerge, releasing pollen that is carried by the wind to pollinate the developing ears of corn. The kernels start off small, but as the growing season progresses, they gradually swell, filling out the ear and becoming the succulent, juicy morsels we enjoy. During this time, the leaves play a vital role in photosynthesis, harnessing the power of sunlight and converting it into energy for the plant's growth and development. The roots of the corn plant spread out beneath the soil, anchoring them firmly in place and providing support as they reach for the sky. These deep roots also absorb water and essential nutrients, ensuring the plants have what they need to thrive. After several months of nurturing care, the moment of truth arrives: harvesting. When the kernels are fully developed and ready to be picked, farmers employ specialized equipment to gather the corn. The crops are cut down, and the ears are carefully collected, ensuring that only the ripest and healthiest ones are chosen. Each ear is inspected to ensure it meets quality standards. Any imperfections or signs of damage are noted. This process not only guarantees a good yield, but also sets the stage for the corn's transformation into a variety of products. Now that the corn has been harvested and brought to a facility, the journey continues with the next step in the process: drying. The harvested corn is spread out in a single layer to promote even drying. The kernels are left to bask in the sun's warmth, gradually reducing their moisture content. This careful drying process helps preserve the corn's quality and extends its shelf life. Once the corn has reached the appropriate moisture level, it's time for the next exciting step in the process: cleaning. The dried corn is thoroughly cleaned to remove any impurities such as dirt, leaves, or other debris. Specialized equipment shakes and blows away loose particles, while allowing the corn to pass through to the next stage. This ensures that the corn is free from unwanted contaminants before it embarks on its journey to become various corn products. The cleaned corn is now ready to be processed into a range of products that we all know and love. But how does this versatile grain transform into everything from delicious snacks to animal feed? Let's take a closer look at some of the key processes involved. One common way to prepare sweet corn is by shelling. This method involves removing the kernels from the cob using specialized equipment. The ears of corn are fed into a machine that rotates brushes, and sharp blades swiftly strip away the kernels, separating them from the cob. This process produces sweet corn that can be enjoyed as a delicious side dish or used in a variety of recipes. Whole kernel corn is ground into a fine meal, creating a versatile flour suitable for baking and other culinary uses. The corn is first cleaned and then passed through a series of rollers that progressively grind it into a finer texture. This process produces corn flour, which is an essential ingredient in many traditional dishes like tortillas and cornbread. But what about the cobs that are left behind after shelling? They are not wasted. The cobs undergo a process called extraction to recover valuable products such as corn oil and corn germ. The cobs are initially cleaned to remove any remaining kernels or debris, and then subjected to a series of mechanical and chemical processes. This results in the extraction of corn oil, a popular cooking oil, and corn germ, a nutritious byproduct used in animal feed and other applications. Now let's talk about one of the most iconic corn-based products: corn chips. Making corn chips starts with cutting the corn into thin slices. The ears of corn are placed into a cutting machine that uses sharp rotating blades to slice the corn into thin, crispy pieces. These slices are then separated and washed to remove any excess starch or sugars. The next step is frying. The sliced corn is fried in neutral oil at high temperatures until it becomes crispy and golden brown. This process requires careful monitoring to ensure the corn chips are cooked through and achieve the desired texture. Seasoning is an essential part of creating the perfect corn chip. After frying, the hot chips are tossed with salt and other seasonings to enhance their flavor. Popular seasonings include chili powder, paprika, and cumin, which add a smoky and spicy kick to the finished product. And let's not forget about corn syrup, a sweetener commonly used in processed foods and beverages. Corn syrup is produced by processing cornstarch with acids or enzymes, breaking down the starch molecules into simpler sugar units. This process results in a thick, viscous liquid that is used to add sweetness and texture to a wide range of products. Corn ethanol is another significant use of corn. The process begins with milling, where the corn is ground into a fine meal. This allows for efficient conversion of the cornstarch into ethanol. The next step is liquefaction, where the ground corn is mixed with water and heated to form a liquid mixture containing water, sugars, and other compounds. Enzymes are then added to break down the starch into simple sugars like glucose. The resulting liquid, known as hydrolysate, is sent to the fermentation tanks. Here, yeast is added to convert the sugars in the hydrolysate into ethanol and carbon dioxide. The fermented mixture goes through a distillation process to separate ethanol from the other components. Finally, the purified ethanol is dried and stored, ready for use as a fuel additive or standalone fuel. Did you know that corn is also used to create sweeteners like high fructose corn syrup and glucose syrup? These sweeteners are produced through a series of chemical reactions that convert the starches in corn into fructose and glucose syrup. These syrups are commonly used in processed foods and beverages, adding sweetness and contributing to their unique textures. But the uses of corn don't end there. Corn is also used to make cornstarch, a versatile ingredient used in food preparation and industrial processes. Cornstarch is extracted from the germ of the corn kernel and is valued for its thickening and stabilizing properties. It finds applications in sauces, gravies, soups, and even textiles. And when it comes to livestock feed, corn is a staple ingredient. Its high energy content and balanced nutrient profile make it an excellent choice for feeding animals. In fact, corn is commonly used in poultry, swine, and cattle feed, contributing to their growth and overall health. Finally, let's not forget about the humble corn husk, often discarded but increasingly being recognized for its potential uses. Corn husks can be used to make corn husk baskets, a traditional craft that involves weaving the dried corn husks into intricate designs. They can also be used as a natural dye source for textiles, offering a beautiful golden hue. In conclusion, from its humble beginnings in the fields to its many forms and uses, corn has truly come a long way. It's incredible to see how this versatile grain is transformed into the products we enjoy and rely on every day. Whether it's the deliciousness of sweet corn or the convenience of corn syrup, the versatility of corn is evident in every bite and sip. So the next time you savor the taste of a juicy ear of corn or enjoy a snack made from corn, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey this remarkable grain has taken to reach your plate.